Welcome to Roland University's Support Tutorials video series. This video covers printing basic metallic silver files from ROLAND VERSAWORK. ROLAND VERSAWORK now supports printing with CMYK and metallic silver, so we're going to add a job to the queue and take a look at some of the different settings that we can choose from for printing files that have CMYK and metallic silver data. Once the job is loaded under the job list, we'll see it just takes it a few seconds for VERSAWORK to open up the file. We can now double click on this file in the layout window and look at the job settings in more detail. First thing I'll do is change the orientation to portrait, grab the magnifying glass and zoom in on the file to take a closer look at the detail and look at the CMYK and metallic silver data contained in this file. Now I'll click on the quality tab because this tab is going to give me my media settings and resolution settings. In this case, you'll notice that there are additional settings available which include your standard profiles, but also files with an MT suffix at the end, which means that these profiles have been created with CMYK and metallic silver. Now, I'm going to select the different modes available. You'll notice that you have a choice of 3 different modes available right now. CMYK MT, which prints CMYK and metallic silver in single pass. Metallic silver only. For example, if you want to print metallic silver first, return to origin, and then send down your CMYK data. And of course, if you want to print just the CMYK data, you can do that as well, even with the MT profile selected. So in this example, I'm going to prepare this job and print it in CMYK MT mode. Now again, you'll notice you can see the metallic silver data in the file. It looks different than it did in CMYK only mode. And the other setting that you might want to change if you're in CMYK MT mode is the color management preset. Most of the time people select prepress, but if you're operating with metallic silver and you want to increase the saturation, you'll notice that max impact can sometimes be a useful setting to use. So right now, if I'm happy with the mode that I've selected, again, I want to verify it's going to print CMYK MT. I've got the right media selected. I'm going to say OK, close this window, and I'm going to decide if I'm going to rip or print the job depending on the status of my printer. So if the printer is occupied right now, I can either just print this job and let it fall into the queue by itself, or I can rip the job and continue ripping several jobs before printing. Again, you'll notice that the icon in the upper left-hand corner shows you the printer status and shows you that it's currently printing another job. So I can rip this job while it's printing some other job and then decide how many other jobs I want to either continue to rip or send down ahead of time. So ripping and printing gives you the flexibility of processing your jobs ahead of time and then deciding when the printer is available which one is a higher priority in the queue. So again, ripping just takes a few seconds generally or a few minutes to process depending on the file size. But once you've ripped your jobs, you then have the option of deciding which one to send down first. You'll notice also in ROLAND VERSAWORK that there's an ink consumption indicator which shows you the amount of ink that the job will use. This value is updated automatically after a job is ripped or printed. This concludes our support tutorial video. Please refer back to this or other tutorials for more tips on how to improve your ROLAND workflow, and visit rolanddga.com for more information.